Hey YouTube, Dawson Ryder here with a review of S.H.Figuarts Bouken Red from GoGo Sentai Boukenger. Hashtag GO! Anyway, let's go ahead and just, start right up with the packaging. We got a bit of a bigger packaging than a typical Figuarts packaging because of the stuff he comes with, I guess. You got a picture of Bouken Red, the figure, over here doing a pose. So there's his name and then the name of the series he's from over here. Description, logos, all that good stuff, name at the top. Kind of a picture of him on the side, the box kind of bending in because I pushed it too much. His name again, his name over here on the side. And on the back it shows various things you can do with him and stuff about Figuarts. So, it's a pretty neat box. It's not as unique as some of the other packaging we've had recently. Especially like we're going to have Red Busters, which is pretty cool. But it's still kind of nice. As for what he comes with, he's got quite a decent array. You've of course got the closed fist switcher on him when you get him. You've got his signature snapping figures. He snaps figures because he hates figures. Snapping fingers hand here, which is the camera's not focusing on. And then you obviously have his holding weapon hands, which he's got one right now. There's another one right here. I'm having trouble getting them out. This holding weapon hand, as you can see, it's kind of square-like. Sorry, that didn't focus very well. There's the fists, which are on him. Well, you already know what the fists look like. Another similar holding weapon hand right here. You got this is, hold on, sorry, I'm having trouble getting them out. This is for more like holding his Excellular. And then you've got just some kind of splayed out actiony hands. And then also in terms of hands, let's see if I can pull this out, you also get 4 extra hands for Akiba Blue or something. You can look at the back seat for gripping the shovel and such, and the cannon and all that good stuff, whatever you want to do with that. And then let's see, over here you got really tiny, I guess this one's going out first, Excellulars. You have it here in scanning mode, as you can see. It's pretty well detailed, all the little numbers are individually painted. The screen's kind of blank, but that's okay, I guess. I mean, it's pretty tiny. This is pretty difficult to get out. I'm gonna have to use one of the other accessories to get it out. This is like, I feel like I'm playing Operation. So here's the regular Excellular. As you can see, the screen's blank, but it is painted. So it's nice that they included both versions. And since I have it out, I believe this was the Survive Blade. It's been a while, but here it is in its sword mode. Pretty nicely painted. All the colors actually come off really nicely, and you've got like little individual details in here that are done very well. So as usual, the weapons are all painted nicely. He has his blaster mode on the holster, which I will show off when I get him in a minute. Let me put this down. There we go. And then of course you have his weapon, his signature weapon. I have it on him right now, obviously, but then you also get its closed mode, and it can open like this, but without, the blade coming out of it. But here you have this. Once again, very well painted. Let's see. Oh, you actually get 2 Survive Blasters. You get this one here, which is just on its own. It doesn't have a peg to plug into plug into Bouken Red, I guess. Like the what? And then here you also get, if I can get it, I forgot to take it out, is the Excellular in its closed out mode to put back on him. And then of course also, just like with the past few, you get the special weapon for Akibaranger, the Bogan Shovel here, the symbol up here, some colors, and let's just go ahead and get that out of the way now. You make the cannon, I can't remember what it's called in TV Neon, but they call it in Overtime, they call it the penultimate cannon, which is a name I kind of like. So you got your Decker Ranger cuffs and your Jet Wingers, or Jetman Wingers or whatever. So to combine it, it's very simple. Just take the cuff pieces off here, and you're basically going to make little legs out of this. And then you're going to take this, and it's going to place on top of it. You have to line it up right with the right keyholes. So this is not the right one. This one will be. Okay. So because there's like 2 different size keyholes, it's almost like a small one and a large one. Come on. Come on. Okay, so now we can set this down, I guess. Now take this, and all you have to do is flip this up. See, there's a little peg here. It inserts into this hole back here. Come on. And then take this piece, and it just slides back on here. Oops. Slides back on here. And then this piece comes off. That's wonderful. There we go. And then there you have the cannon, and it's all cool and stuff, and it's like pew pew. So that's very cool that they gave you that opportunity. It's like a build a figure type deal, except with weapons. So now we'll set it outside and focus on the main event, which is Bouken Red himself. Obviously, I said I chose weapon. Here it is. Same paint details here. Obviously, just got a blade coming out of the side, or the front, and it looks very cool. It's very sharp. And then let's put this on the back since I've shown it already. Is that right? It lines up right. And then here also you have his blaster, which I said I would show. Sorry, give me a second. And it comes with a little tiny like holster here. So you see, it's the same painted and stuff. It's just got a little peg here to put into this holster piece, and this holster piece goes on the side of him. And voila, you can attach it. So that's nice and all that stuff. So taking a look at him, his head sculpt's pretty decent, I think. There is something a little bit off about it for me, but that could just be me. But otherwise, it looks fine. They got the glossiness down. You've got like the translucent light, headlight type deal going on up here. The visor glistens nicely, and the proportion I think is pretty decent. So overall, I think the head sculpt's okay. And then the color is fine. Like I think they got the color down pretty decently, and the symbol is nicely painted. And overall, the paint job is well done, I think. I do have some little like carryover nick marks of red paint here, but given the fact that he's just pretty much primarily red and white, it's pretty simple to do, but I think they got the colors down right at least. Now, like, look-wise, it does look a little strange here, the way that this is so boxy and cuts off here. It kind of looks like he's wearing a small tank top or something, which looks weird. He does have some more normal-like shoulders in a way, although they kind of are different. It almost looks like, so you see this piece in here, it looks like the Jetman ones where it would come out here and track this better, but it's like stuck in there. But at least they're a little more normal than the Shinkenger ones. Speaking of articulation wise, you have your little ball joint here, swiveling, double elbow joint, swiveling at the fists. You've got swiveling at the chest and the waist, as you can obviously tell when I just talked about that. You've got movement here on his neck and on his head. Nice, all creepy movement. If you move it in certain ways, it looks really strange. Then you've got your ball joint down here on his leg, swiveling, double knee joint, swiveling at the foot. You got your toe joint action. So standard stuff. As for loose joints, he doesn't really feel like really loose, but his legs feel slightly looser, at least mine, than some of my other Sentai Figuarts. And this arm feels kind of loose. And he just overall feels kind of cheaper, which is annoying. Like, it's like a really strange figure for me. Like, I was actually quite looking forward to this because I actually really like Boukengers and I really like Chifu. And, he's so weird. It's not like he's a horrible figure where I'm like, oh my god, this is just an awful figure, don't buy it. It's just, he's very strange. Like he said, he looks weird up here. He feels weird. He's got some sort of quality problems. Just various minor ones that just kind of add up. And he just feels very strange and kind of looks very strange in a lot of ways. It's just all very strange. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, I'm happy that they gave him the right shoulders that I like, because you obviously, if you've watched these reviews, know that I like to rant about the shoulders, because, you know, things that are important in life. But he just looks strange. I just don't know what it is, really. He's just a very strange looking figure. And that's, I don't know, it's just something about him. I mean, it could just be me. But I mean, he's certainly not terrible looking. Like, you know, I had him on the shelf while I was waiting to get ready to review, and he still looked pretty cool, sitting there all heroically. But it's just, there's something about him that just doesn't add up right for me. I'm not sure. It is kind of annoying to have just minor QC issues. Like, you're always going to get that, but they just kind of add up with, like, the paint and this loose arm here, and the legs that are a little bit looser than usual. It just doesn't feel like a quality figure in comparison to some of the other Sentai Figuarts and just Figuarts in general that I own. But overall, he's okay. Like I said, I don't want to say that he's an absolutely awful figure. He's just a bit strange. So it's really up to you if you're a really huge fan of Boukengers or Operation Overdrive if you want to pick this up. So I think that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the podcast that brings you Toku news in the craziest way, writersrangersrambles.com. Until next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.